Alright guys, so I just wanted to do a video on covering how you can vote on the event reruns that we're going to be getting over here on JP, because even if you think as an NA player this is not going to affect you, what I imagine they're going to do is whatever the JP version picks, that's what we're going to get in 2 years time over here on NA. I don't think they're just going to give us another event rerun poll, which I think would be really sick. I think it'd be very cool to have the games diverge a little bit, because if we're going to have this 2-year gap between both versions, there might as well be, I guess, some notable differences aside from, random raid ups that JP never got, because, while it is nice, I would rather get something a little bit nicer. The NA exclusive GSSR summon was nice, but it might be cool if we get our own event pull over here and we could choose it, but I'm assuming that's probably not gonna be the case. Like, that might be a little bit too much work for them to do, which, I know, small indie game, too much work for them to give us a different event. But I wanted to go over this so in 2 years time, for one, I could say, oh, I got it right, they didn't do this on NA, but two, that you as an NA player could try to help direct where the game is going to go in the next 2 years, which I know 2 years is a really long way out, but I know how the FGO player base is. I know you guys are already saving up for units that are coming out in 2 years. Like, there are some people that saw Takeru come out and were like, oh my goodness, I need to summon for this immediately. I'm so gassed. And I know not everybody was hyped, but we do have people that save for 2 years. I know people that were saving for 2 years for Morgan, that were saving for 2 years for Kukulkan. I know how it is. So we like to plan very long term, and that's the one and only good thing that we really have on NAs. We have this immense clairvoyance that they love to pretend that we don't know what's going on, even though, Anniversary, they were like, oh, you guys didn't have that clairvoyance work out so well for you that time, and it's like, dude, the only thing that we got that was new was the Anniversary CE. Everything else went exactly how we thought it was going to go. So yeah, this is just going to be for my NA players especially, that maybe it's worth making a JP account, because you are going to need your ID number over here to actually submit the poll. And I would just say, oh, everybody can use my ID, but it is only one vote per person, right? Like, so I can't just say, oh, just use mine instead and go fill out this form, and that way you could vote as well, because they're not going to let you do that. They're going to be like, sir, you've already voted. You're not allowed to do that. Now, the reason I have some different tabs pulled up is that you think you could just go to the wiki, but they don't seem to have the link for it. It's very, very strange. I mean, you could still come over here if you want to, get the translations, or you could just have like Google Translate browser extension and just have everything auto-translate for you over here, so you could probably just do that. But I will link this in the description down below, because even if, you don't have a translator for your browser app, it's the big blue button over here, right? It's the giant blue button that you would expect to be the vote button, right? So you guys can come out here and vote on this. I will link this in the top comment. I'll pin that and everything, so you guys should be able to, kind of go and vote and whatnot. If you want to make a JP account, it's really easy. All you have to do is go to like APK combo, download FGO JP. You don't need to go into like the JP. Oh, I don't know about the iTunes store because I play on Android, but you don't have to go into like the JP Android store. You just go to APK combo and then you just download JP FGO, and then you can do your vote, right? It might take 30 minutes of your time to clear the tutorial and then go to your friends tab, right? And then just do the vote. So really not all that hard. And plus, you'll have a JP account for the next hype sermon that comes out. But essentially down here, you can, still use the translations over here to kind of get it, but just auto-translate. These are going to be the different events. Now, do not misunderstand. You cannot vote like twice per section, which I thought, I was like, oh, that'd be really cool. We could just do like, oh, I want to do these two, and then I want to do these two. But no, that's not how that works. You get 2 for your overall events, right? So make sure you're picking very carefully over here. Now, one thing to consider is that there's a lot of doom and gloom about the lottos, that, well, maybe the lottos aren't going to be these full fat lottos, farm as much as you want, go as hard as you could possibly go. I don't think that's going to be the case, because they haven't done that in quite a long time. And the lotto reruns that we do get, like the Christmas one that we get this year and the Nero Fest that we got last year, those lottos, they just let us farm as much as we want. They weren't really gate kept by that. So I don't really think that's going to be a thing. I don't think they're going to hold us back and be like, oh, you're really not allowed to go that hard on the lottos, because what's the point? That's like telling the FGO players, well, we don't want you to play too much FGO now, when the whole point is play the app as much as you can, right? Because they always want you to be in the mobile game, because if you don't know, I guess I'm dropping knowledge on some people. The whole point of mobile games is they want you to be in the app for as long as possible, because the longer you're in the app, however slight, is a slightly higher chance that you might spend money on the game. Maybe in some way you're incentivized or something to go ahead and spend money. So they want you to be in the game as much as possible. I don't see how doing a limited lotto is going to do that. It just seems really dumb for them to do. So you're going to want to go and find the lottos. And if you don't have them all memorized over here, I can try to help you guys find them. I believe most of them are kind of in this range over here. Although, one thing that I do got to note is that if you really are a huge fan of case files, keep in mind, it's going to be the rerun, which is the better one anyway, that has the bonus missions that the original didn't have. You know, those train missions that you just get free Saint Quartz out of? Yeah, of course I would want it to be this one, but I don't know who's going to be picking that. But generally, I'm assuming you would, know some of these. But you're just going to want to look for some of the lotto ones if that's what you're going to want. I mean, this one is, Snow Carol. I wonder what that one could be. Who knows what that one could be. It's probably definitely not the Christmas event. But you could go through and specifically look for different events and be like, okay, if I really want to look at the lotto, you can look at, say, the Battle in New York event and see what's in that lotto. Or you could go, oh, I want to see what's in the Fey Night Cup. I'm going to go for that one. Now, me personally, I do want the Battle in New York, and I do want the Fey Night Cup. But do not, you don't have to vote for what I vote for, because you get 2 votes, right? Don't be influenced by me. Vote for whatever you want. If you're like, man, I want Fate Requiem to come back, first of all, I will find where you are, and I will delete you in Minecraft, okay? Do not make me do Fate Requiem again. I refuse to do this. I am not playing the board game again. I will complain. I will be mad. But, maybe you really want a Voyager rerun. This is also, keep in mind, they're probably going to bring a banner back with, the actual event that ties into it, right? So for this one, I'm kind of taking the L that it's probably just going to be the Odysseus and then the Tesla. They're probably going to come back. Maybe did we get that bonus Gil banner back? And this one is probably just going to be Britomart and, Morgan, which I'm never going to be upset about, but I already have NP5 Morgan on NA, and I'm really not trying to do that again on JP. So do just kind of keep that in mind, and just know that a lot of these, from about here down to here, these are all very nice events that give you passive stuff that you get to gain, which I don't know why they haven't done that anymore. We really have lost the ability from the summer event where you just passively start gaining stuff even after you finish the event, or the T event, which is like a mini lotto, or the Eliza one where you just send servants out and they just do stuff for you, or the dog event, which is this one right here. The dog event where you just send out the different dogs and they bring you specific material back, which that is stuff that incentivizes you to log in and kind of at least come back into the game. And I like that because it was going in the direction of other gacha games where even Dragon Ball has the sticker collection thing that you get rewards from, that you still want to log in every couple of hours to reset your guy going on a, what is it called, Baton Battle or something like that in Dokkan. I don't really remember because I always forget to do it, so that tells you how well that is doing to keep me in the game. But Arknights has the base function where you want to keep coming in to come grab your materials, or Star Rail has your daily bonus for your dailies where you get double rewards and stuff. Just things like that I think are very nice. So don't sleep on some of these events, but definitely the lotto I think a lot of people are going to be going for. But yeah, I just wanted to make a little PSA for this. Make sure you go vote, make sure you come out for this, and you get this voted for. And even if you are an NA player, this probably will affect you in about 2 years time, because I'm assuming they're just going to copy and paste whatever rerun we got. But a man can hope that we get to do our own poll, because even if we get the exact same results, it's still just nice to kind of control and have a little bit of say in what we're going to be doing. I'm just more or less happy that we're getting reruns back and everything. I'm just glad to see these aren't gone, although it does make the evocation thing a little bit strange. So it's I guess we're not going to ever get a Rashomon rerun. Or no, that would be Onigashima for the Rider Kentoki, which I don't know if anybody's going to complain about that one, but it's just really weird to be well, some of these we're never going to get again. We're not going to get Garden of Sinners back. We're not going to add that to the main interlude for people that like Kara no Kyokai. I mean, that's a little bit strange, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below and what you're going to be going for. I'm kind of considering doing the Skyhawk one because this is not only a lotto, but it also does have a Grail front, which is a free extra Grail and some tickets. So that might be a little bit better bonus, but I also don't want to do a Grail front. So let me know what you're going to pick in the comments down below, or if you're going to be voting at all. But I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace, late guys.